My name's Morgan Wolf. I'm a reporter at KSL TV in Salt Lake City. I was one of the less than 10 journalists that were in the room during a press conference about the Gabby Petito case, where it was announced by investigators that they recovered a body that is consistent, they said, with the descriptions of Gabby Petito. We were not allowed to ask any questions. We were told that the FBI would just be giving us the statement, which they continued on to say that they were sending their sincere condolences to the Petito family right now, and they asked us to give them some space during this time. We have not heard from the Petito family, but I did see that her father posted this picture of her on Twitter with a broken heart emoji and a hashtag Gabby Petito. She touched the world. KSL TV's chopper was flying over the search efforts in Spread Creek, just east of the Teton National Park. This is when we noticed activity in the area. Investigators set up an awning. They were pointing at things, and then we saw some people take out blue gloves and started snapping pictures. And yes, our photographers did see something consistent with what FBI reported of finding a body that matched the description of Gabby Petito. So what happens now? Well, we wait for a medical examiner's report to reveal exactly for sure that this is possibly Gabby Petito. FBI, again, saying the language that it's consistent with the description of Gabby. We also will be finding out in that medical examiner report how exactly this person that they found passed away. We were originally denied getting that 911 call from the person that saw Brian and Gabby fighting in Moab on August 12th, but we were successful in our appeal, and that recording has been released. I have a video of it for you mixed in with body camera video that shows some discrepancies in how Brian and Gabby were describing events of that day. Watch.
Grant County Sheriff's Office. Were you able to get? Hi, I'm calling. I'm right on the corner of Main Street by Moonflower, and we're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute. We drove by, and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Did he hit you, though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him, but I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you. Because, where did he hit you? Don't worry. Be honest. Did he slap your face or what?
Down there, I don't know. We've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before.
We really had a nice morning, if anything, but big fear is. I don't have my phone. I don't have a phone, so she goes off without me. But car ride, I'm on my own.
My name's Morgan Wolf. I'm an investigative journalist. I work for the station that published this podcast, Cold. The host of it, Dave Cawley, came out with some new information on Gabby Petito and an app that she was using. This app, Dirt, is commonly known for people that are big into camping, and we found out that Gabby was using it. Dave noticed that Gabby was pinning locations that matched up with where she was taking pictures and posting them on her Instagram, and also tagging the locations there. So there is reason to believe that she was following the routes that she was pinning on this app, the Dirt. Here's a screenshot of places that Gabby pinned on this app for possible campsites. And there's one that's red. That is a campsite that she left a review for. Now, we do know that she pinned a campsite near Porcupine Rim, and this campsite is about 5 miles away in the Manti-LaSalle Mountains from where Crystal Turner and Kylan Schulte were found shot. But again, after they said earlier in the week that they were looking into a possible connection between the Petito case and the Moab murders, Grant County Sheriff's Office came out September 17th with a one-sentence press release saying that they found no relation between these incidences. All right, back to Brian and Gabby. We know that they were going to the Tetons, and on August 25th, that's when Gabby talked with her mom for the last time, telling her that they were in the park. This is what Dave found out about some of the places that she pinned on the Dirt.
as we take that app and look up toward Wyoming, Montana, Yellowstone, Grand Teton, we can see some of the places that Gabby had pinned, and we've received sightings. People are talking about this particular spot right here. The Spread Creek dispersed camping area to the east of Grand Teton is somewhere that witnesses have reported seeing the van potentially in the days after Gabby and Brian were over at the Jenny Lake area, which you can see right here. Now, part of my question is, when the van left the Spread Creek area, did it continue north toward Yellowstone National Park?
So this is some really great journalism that Dave Colley did here, because it shows us where Gabby could have possibly been staying up in the Tetons. Again, we don't have confirmation, but we do know that she had a pattern of following the places that she was pinning and staying there. So what investigators can do now is subpoena the app for data. They can check and see other searches that Gabby had on the app, and also the last time that she used it. I'm Morgan Wolf, a Salt Lake City, Utah reporter that's in Jackson, Wyoming. It's September 21st. We are expected to hear autopsy results sometime today or tomorrow on Gabby Petito. I do have an update, though, for something that happened in Moab, Utah. As I previously reported, the couple had a fight on August 12th. There is body camera video of this fight, but we are hearing from a park ranger who responded to this. She spoke with Deseret News. Her name is Melissa Hull. Here's what she had to say. Arches Park Ranger Melissa Hull warned Gabby Petito that her relationship with Brian Laundrie seemed toxic. You can see in the body camera video that Hull spent a lot of time with Petito as she was crying in the back of the squad car. It's hard for a lot of people to watch that video, but you can see there that Gabby felt a connection with a female officer that responded to that scene. So Hull had the opportunity to speak with Gabby about her relationship with Brian, and she said that she felt very anxious anytime that she was separated from him. As we know, police did separate that couple that evening because they felt it was necessary after the fight that they had, after they determined that Gabby was the aggressor and they were not going to be filing any domestic violence charges against her or writing her a citation. So they brought him to the Bowen Motel, and then they left Gabby with their van that they were living out of. I think it's fair that a lot of people are wondering, did police respond properly to this domestic incident? Did they take all the precautions that they should have? I've been trying to talk with their chief. I've been trying to interview them for almost a week now, and we have been told that they are not speaking on what happened here. But we have the body camera video, we have the police reports, and we have that 911 call. So we'll keep trying to figure out some more information, and I'll keep you updated. The search for Brian Laundrie is officially a manhunt. It's September 23rd, and I'm Morgan Wolf, a reporter from Salt Lake City. The FBI moments ago just came out saying that they have a federal indictment for Laundrie for the use of an unauthorized device. What does this mean? So this specific charge is talking about someone using someone's credit card or debit card. That means that the FBI must have evidence that Brian Laundrie used Petito's cards after her death. And I say they must have evidence on him because you need that evidence in order to get a federal indictment. It's a really big deal. Now this means when the FBI do find him, if they find him alive, that they can arrest him immediately.